I know that in my last video I said I was going to do a tour of Miami town for my next video, but I changed that up because I got a call from a friend. He's on Facebook, so he knows about my Facebook page, Ghost Hunter Jeff. I haven't seen him in 30-something years. I haven't seen him since the late 80s. He used to be a drummer and I was a bass player. We were in a band together in the 80s. He called me up and said that things were happening in his house. Strange things that he thought were ghosts, and I was the first person he thought of because I'm on Facebook. So I went over to his house to investigate. He lives in a house that he just bought a year ago, and he lives there with his wife and his wife's mother. His wife's mother stays upstairs, and he didn't want the mother to know that anything was happening. He didn't want to let her know because she's older and she would freak out. She might get scared. So he told me this was around early August. He said all of a sudden all kinds of stuff started happening, all kinds of unexplainable activity. He would be sleeping during the night and he would be woken up by his hair being played with. He was getting poked. He said it felt like a pen or something poking him. And then he saw a little vertical light, a slit. And then he saw a couple of orbs floating past. Other times he saw shadow figures. They actually climbed through his window. Now he has a glass block window, so it's impossible for anyone to come through it. The glass block window is covered by a curtain. He said they came in through the window and he could hear vertical blinds, the sound of something like vertical blinds clacking together, like you would have on a patio door. And if you come through, they smack together. They could be aluminum, or the newer ones are plastic. And he said that's weird because there's no vertical blinds in the house. He would see the shadow figures standing around in his room. And what's strange is he could hear them clearly speaking. He could clearly hear them speaking. Not all the time. Sometimes he could just hear talking and he couldn't figure out what they were saying. But sometimes he could hear what they were saying. One night he woke up and he said there was a girl, a heavy-set girl, standing near his bed, and she was wobbling. She was just standing there wobbling back and forth, not saying anything. He said she had on black and white vertical stripes on her shirt, but he couldn't see her face. He can never see their faces. They're either all black or he can make out some clothing, but never their faces. One night he said that he could hear them speaking to each other. A woman said that she had to put the $60,000 in different banks going north through Ohio. And I thought, well, that sounds like they're up to something. And he said, yeah, it sounds like they stole money or did something like that. And one time he heard, there's only one old man in here and he's sleeping. But he was awake. He was not moving much because he didn't want to scare them off. He was just listening and watching. This all occurred within a week's time. He said the night before I came over, he said he heard a woman speaking. It sounded like she was on the phone. She was in the room. And he could hear her talking, and she gave out a phone number. He could not hear the person on the other line of the phone conversation. And then suddenly she sounded apologetic and said she was sorry for giving out the number, as if the other person was scolding her for giving out a phone number over the phone. He said he could hear it clear as a bell in his room. It reminded me of the experience I had at Walt's funeral home. In the video, There's a Demon in the Basement. And I didn't get it on video or audio, but we heard some voices talking out in the hallway, and we couldn't understand what they were saying, but we could hear them. So I know what that's like, to be able to hear a clear conversation and voices speaking. I can't imagine. So I thought, well, I have to go over there and investigate this. So I drove up to his house, and I've got a new gadget. It's called an XLS camera. You've probably seen one before. It maps out people with little tiny skeletons, little stick figures. So it maps out human figures, but it doesn't do it in 2 dimensions. It does it in 3 dimensions. So it's mapping out through light and sound waves, hitting a person or hitting whatever, and then coming back to the camera. So you have a 3D image of what you're viewing. So I set up in his basement, and I set up an infrared camera in his basement. I set up the XLS, and you're gonna see what happens. Okay, this is recording. Alright, what other lights?
There's that switch right there. And just take your hand in front of that one. And it's automatic. Bring it down. There you go. Look, right there. Take your hand in front of that one. And it's automatic. Bring it down. There you go. Look, right there.
What about this one?
Oh, that's the top of the steps. It's the first switch, I believe. You'll see it when you hit it. Wow, that was cool.
Oh, when I came down?
Yeah, when you came through.
Yeah, this night vision's totally different than that one.
Yeah.
Because that one shows it's a real camera, just everybody's pink.
Yeah. You just sit there and watch your shit. I'm gonna watch TV, and I'll let you know if I feel something, if they say something.
I just saw something good from you.
There you go. I'm not kidding you, Jeff. I'm not kidding you. There's something down here. Because last night she said something about that phone number stuff I told you.
Yeah.
She slipped it out, and the other girl, I guess, started going off on her. She said, I didn't mean to say it.
Really?
So,
What'd she say?
Huh?
What'd she say that slipped out?
A phone number.
Oh.
Because she told somebody to call her on this number. So maybe it's a burner phone number. I don't know.
Yeah. Does it sound like they were doing something?
Right, crooked.
Yeah.
They're up to something crooked, I'm telling you. You guys gonna stop by tonight? See how dark it is over there? That's where I see the white things going through the air.
But you'll have the TV on, right? Just
Yes,
the TV.
yes, and I'll still see them. But then, like I said, when they're here, and I know they're here, I'll turn the TV off, and that's when I'll see like a white line go across the ceiling, go down the wall, and I know they're here in the room with me. And that's when I'll tell them to sit next to him, hear this, and it's just like this. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me, when they sit next to me.
Right. You don't feel nothing on your body?
No, I just feel the cushion go down just like that. And then, like I said, I'll feel like this behind me.
Yeah.
Like somebody's walking behind me. Because I always sit up on the couch. I don't sit back like you are. And I can feel it going behind me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I always sit, just lay back.
Yeah, see, I always sit up on top of the couch. And that's like they're walking behind me or something. And I'm feeling that. But they always want to do it fucking late. And that's what really pisses me off. Because they keep me up.
coax them out.
Huh?
I don't know what.
I don't either. It's like, is anybody there?
Who's here in the room with me and Dave?
You see that flash?
I missed it.
Seen a white flash.
I can't tell because you always have slight
Right.
movement. I thought I had something.
When I really know they're here, I hear them walking upstairs. And I know everybody's in bed. That's when I really know they're in here. Because I can hear them walking around. I can't hear them walking down my here because this is concrete.
Yeah.
But when they're up right up this above my head, this is the living room above me.
Yeah.
And I can hear them walking around. See, everything wants to happen over here. They want to sit on that couch. They want to lay on that couch.
Oh, that camera will pick up everything. I mean, you can see things on TV and whatever. It's just like a regular camera.
But I don't try to push on it. I just let them come to me. You know, it ain't like I keep screaming for them and screaming for them. I just, when it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
I don't even know why they picked me for whatever they're doing. It ain't like I did a ghost fucking, what do you call it, seance or something. I didn't even do nothing.
Yeah.
It just seemed like they popped in on me. And they sound, like I said, they sound like they're in their 20 years old. And like, you know, some of the shit they're saying just freaks me out. Like, you know, he was like, well, like I said, and they seen me sitting on the couch. It was like he just showed up or something, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, is anybody up? And he was like, yeah, the older guy's sitting down on the couch downstairs. And I was like,
Did you think somebody was in the house?
yeah, at that time I did. And I went upstairs and I ain't seen nobody. And that's when they came to the window. They was looking in the window. I could see them sticking their head through, but they wasn't coming in. And then when the other guy showed up, that's when they decided to come in. And that's when I heard the rattling of the blinds and stuff. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, I don't even have blinds up. How is that making that blind noise?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then I started thinking, they probably ain't even in the fucking house. They want you to think they're in the house, but they're not. So that's when I got up and started walking around outside. I was out there like 4:45 in the morning looking around. That's to let me know my daughter and them got home. That's that 360 shit.
Oh.
But, yeah, I walked around outside to see if there was any strange cars. There wasn't no cars in the street or nothing.
It's usually what they do.
That thing would take a lot of pictures, won't it?
What's that?
Your photo box.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I should use that on a ghost hunt.
Yeah, you
Best
go.
picture after picture.
Yeah.
Now, if we got anything on this, we wouldn't know.
Yeah, until you went back and looked at it.
I'm just going to move it around a little bit.
But like I said, if I get a wind blowed by me,
Yeah,
or,
so that's just like a regular camera. You can
oh, okay, yeah.
see everything.
But if I get a wind like blowed by me or something, I'll let you know. If they sit down next to me, I'll let you know. Just to let you know they're in the room with me.
Let's see if I can find her.
But then, like I said, I'll go upstairs and sit at the table, and I can see them in the living room up there. I can see the little white dot shit.
Up there, too.
Yeah. I'll just have the kitchen light on, and the living room just dark enough you can look in there.
Yeah.
one day I had that, whatever you want to call it, throw it over the back of the, it's like a blanket, over the couch, and it was smooth. And then I seen it go, and I was like, no way. Somebody just leaned on that. So I walked over and I straightened it up. I'll be damned, the time I got back to the table and sit down, that spot was there again. It's on there.
Right, I mean...
It's on there.
Right, I mean...
It's on there.
Right, I mean... Here?
Yeah. What's that?
They're just particles.
Okay,
Like that.
okay.
I hear talking. That's your wife on the phone, right?
I don't usually talk on the phone.
When are we gonna get the money? When can we get the money? Now this is the screen of the XLS camera. It's showing different colors on different objects. Right now it's pointing towards the laundry room, which is right there. There's the stairwell. Here's a stool in front of the laundry room. And the stationary tub is on the back wall. And there's some boxes in front of it. And you're about to see what appears in that room. Okay, we see a stick figure appear right in front of the boxes in front of the stationary tub. And it appears to be sitting. It's got its hand up to its head and its fingers are pointing outwards as if it was a flashlight shining light out. I don't know what it's doing, but those are just fingers. Now this is an XLS camera. It's not an SLS. An SLS is a 2-dimensional camera. This is a 3-dimensional camera. So this stick figure has depth to it. What are you doing? Hanging out with me? You know I can see you. Hey Dave.
Yeah.
I got something.
There you go. I told you. I told you.
Now as soon as you come down the steps it's probably going to go away, but maybe not.
Where's it at?
Here, come over here. I knew it. It's fucking gone. As soon as you pass by it, it's gone.
Well, I'm glad you see something. I really am. There's something here, I'm telling you.
I moved the camera so this popped up.
Mm-hmm.
It was right here. It was sitting in front of it like cross-legged.
Right.
For a while. I mean, as soon as you went up the steps, it popped up, and then when you walked past it, it just disappeared.
Right. Like I'll walk right through it.
It was only as big as that. What the hell is that? Let me see.
That would be my sink over there.
So is that the box?
Yeah, that's an empty box. Right there, the brown one.
It's on the opposite side of the... Okay.
I'll tell you, anything could happen, man. I'm telling you, we'll get started. My window.
Here's where it was.
There you go.
Just like this.
Looking at you.
Just sitting here like
That's
this.
what it was looking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Well, if they're here, they're gonna be here. They don't like. It ain't like they come and go. They stay here all night, fucking with me. What was that?
Yeah.
Right there. See it?
Yeah.
That dot?
Yeah.
It keeps popping up.
Let me Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing. I just scooted it up. You can see the edge of the table.
I've seen that dot twice since you walked from over there.
Who just went upstairs?
When you'll hear it before. If they walk, you'll hear it cracking on the floor. Them girls are outside. You'll hear them walking upstairs. I told you, man. I've been telling you. But this came towards me and turned that corner. So that made me think it went up the steps.
It's so weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. I like it. Now the colored one will take up the whole.
Hold on. I thought I heard them blinds move. That noise. But they still had to come this way to get upstairs.
Camera turned off when you were upstairs. I want to see if it's still going. Who's back here? What's your name?
What do you say?
I didn't hear anything.
I did.
You did?
I think it's pretty cool myself. Are you guys going to come here and sit down with me tonight or what? I'm trying to figure out what they're up to.
Well,
Up to.
well,
Up to.
well. I wonder if we both left and went outside for a few if they'd show up.
I'm not worried. I mean, I know they come to me. They usually come to me when I call for them. They'll sit next to me. I can feel the couch go down.
Well,
But yeah, if you want to set something up and we go out for a minute, we'll see if we can.
just see if it.
Yeah, see if they're worried about us sitting here.
Some of them will be too shy.
Where was the... After you, sir. That light's going to come on the wall. It should.
We came back in from the outside. We really didn't get much. As the investigation is wrapping up, we did get a lot of evidence. Now, it sounded to me like Dave was saying that when he was there alone, it sounded like the people he could hear were planning some sort of heist, or they were done with the heist and they wanted to do something with the money. They didn't want phone numbers given out. So we did get some evidence that points towards people doing something crooked. First of all, we got the names of Hanks and we got Victor. They also said Dave's name. So they do seem intelligent. They seem to know what's going on and that they can see us. And they're trying to hide something from us. We got some more evidence that collaborates with what he told me in the beginning. They said they're old. They're onto us. There's only 2 of them. So it does sound like there are spirits in the room with us talking about us. Then another interesting EVP was turn it back to the grandma. And in the next video, I will tell you why that is so interesting. But that is very, very relevant. Also, we got the word Ponzi game. So I wonder if they were running some sort of Ponzi scheme. They got the money and now they're trying to figure out what to do with the money. So I mean, Ponzi game is that's a unique EVP. It kind of fits in with what they're doing. They're trying to hide something. So that's all for this video. In the next video, we will show some more of what happened at Dave's. I went back to Dave's a second time. We got more evidence on the XLS camera and some more EVPs. So until then, this is Ghost Hunter Jeff, signing off.